Hey, what's up, guys? This is Elo Speaks back again with another video. So I wanted to make this video, another video regarding Kwame Brown and his recent responses to media pundits such as the Mel Hill, Stephen A. Smith, The Breakfast Club, and etc. And I just want to make this video to to give Kwame Brown his props, but also show how biased the mainstream media works and how they operate behind the scenes. And I think Kwame Brown did that good, where he exposed how biased and how there's favoritism to certain person depending on who the mainstream media is representing to the masses of people, and who they're talking about, who they give praises to, who they denigrate, and so far and so forth. When it comes to this situation, Stephen A. Smith is a great case as for that, where you could tell he's biased in some of the certain things that he say and how he say it. He say it in a particular way where if he's good friends with a particular athlete or celebrity or person, he's gonna denigrate that person, but he's gonna choose his words carefully and or kiss ass before he gives a critique to that person, the particular person. Like when he does that for specific people, and you could kind of tell when he does that for people like Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Carmelo Anthony, LeBron James, and etc. And then when there's certain athletes he has no relationship to at all, he goes full throttle, and then he just goes off on that person if he can't get any detail, a sit down, an interview, when he feels like he has no leverage to be close to that person, no close insider scoop, no nothing. He does that. He did that at one point with LeBron James, but I guess he's been getting inside information from his camp, so I guess it's all squared now. But I see he does that to obviously Kwame Brown. He did that to Kawhi Leonard, and he did that to a whole bunch of other sports athletes that he has no close ties or relationship to. Whenever Stephen A. Smith doesn't have close tie relationship to a particular person, he goes off the rail and just he straight up attack that person. Now I want to go over with Jemele Hill. When it comes to Jemele Hill, she's another one of these toxic liberal feminist media pundits who go on social media, spew her liberal garbage, and act like she's for the people. She's a typical woke female feminist who hates black men. She portrays like she's for the black man, but really she hates black men behind the scenes, and she talks real trash about black men. But that's a video for another day if I want to delve out of sports, but I want to keep it to the sports realm. Whenever a particular athlete that's so-called black gets into trouble, whether against the law or having female relationship troubles, she's the main one that's going to be blasting that, and her and Carrie Champion are going to be putting that on the airways because they give her a platform to do that. She hates black men. She's a feminist as regards to that. When it comes to certain topics that she don't want to touch, they're not even going to address it. And if they're forced to address it, like the Joey Wheeler situation, they're going to talk about it for a short segment and then keep it moving to the next topic. But if it's the Deshaun Watson situation, they're going to talk about it from weeks on end, trying to get as much information as they can, try to drag the story out as long as they can, because that's what they want for the mainstream media to do, is to denigrate the black man in any way, type of situation that he were to get himself involved. And Kwame Brown did an excellent job of exposing that when Jemele Hill tried to, insinuate that he's a violent person. She didn't say that he was violent, but she insinuated that by saying he chose violence. And yeah, I get it, that's a reference and stuff like that, but yeah, that's like tongue-in-cheek way of saying, oh, this person has a violent tendencies, and you're trying to paint this guy in a negative picture. That's the same thing Charlamagne the God tried to do when he brought up Kwame Brown's father's charges about all the criminal activities, so-called criminal activities that he was doing, where that's alleged and stuff like that. So he did a good job of shutting up Charlamagne the God, where he brought up his quote-unquote sexual assault cases as regards to that. So I have no issues as regards to that. But, again, Jemele Hill is just a feminist, rabid, liberal, toxic feminist. Now we goes to the Matt Barnes, Steven Jacksons, those two idiots. They're the first two who popped it off with that other idiot, Gilbert Arenas, on their All Smoke podcast when he brought him up for no reason. This guy was quiet for about 20 years, didn't say nothing, didn't respond back, living his life, and then these two guys brought him up for no reason. For what? And now that he's, have all this smoke for Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, it's like they're looking at him crazy, like what's wrong with this guy, when you're the ones who disrespected him, calling him a scrub, calling him a bust, which there's some merit to it. He was a bust. He wasn't particularly good, but I look at it as if he played in 12 years in the league, he couldn't that be much of a scrub. Now, I'm not saying he was an all-star or anything like that. I mean, for you to get into the NBA is already hard, so he can't be that bad. No, so I'm not saying he was going to be a Hall of Famer or anything like that. I mean, it was projected, like, when you're a number one overall pick, there's a lot of potential and expectation that comes with being an overall, but still, when it comes to that type of situation, I feel like that, like people like that, just leave them alone, let them be. Like, people, same thing with Carmelo. He lives out in the woods doing his business, handling whatever he wants to do, and people don't bother him. And the fact that I be hearing certain people like disrespect even him, saying how he lost to Jordan, it's like just he did what he could and he couldn't get it done. It is what it is. Like, he's not a bad person, he's not a horrible person for it. But again, these two idiots had to invoke his name, so he responded in kind. He went a little bit too far over with the profanity. I mean, that's out for debate. I mean, I don't think so. I feel like if you're going to give that type of energy, you better be ready to receive it back. So that's just my opinion on the situation. But yeah, when it comes to the whole media aspect, these media pundits, these podcasters, they're so biased in who they're interviewing or who they like and dislike in the media, and you could tell by that way. So that's why it's important for people like us to have our own voice, so that way the biased liberal media don't paint a narrative of certain people that they want to paint and people that they don't want to paint. So those are my thoughts and opinions on the matter. Let me know yours down in the comment section down below. This is Ito Speaks, out.